Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your coverage of Star Series number 3, the $15,000 land tournament located in Kiev, the capital of the Ukraine, sponsored by Zeus and Intel. My name is Toshley and I will be a commentator for the games we have coming up here for you today. We will be jumping into game number 3 of the winner's bracket between Pulse and Na'Vi. Pulse, formerly known as Skarne, formerly known as Infused, hailing from the land of Sweden. Then we have Na'Vi, defending champions of the previous Starladder, hailing from the land of the Ukraine and fighting for their country's honor. On the side of Mini, on the side of Pulse, we see Captain Mini following up with Wagamama, Pinoy, Region, and Fishbone. And on the side of Na'Vi, we see Captain Poppy following it up with Havors, Dandy, Light of Heaven, and Arsart. Quickly jumping straight into the draft, we see Wisp and Jakira being taken out once again by the team of Na'Vi. Batrider and Lanaya being taken out by Pulse, and they are insane. Not only did they not first pick Darkseer, but they let Na'Vi have it again, and Darkseer definitely caused some problems in the previous game because of that wall of Replicate being an absolute bastard. Bit of a foolish decision, I feel, by the team of Pulse. It really isn't a wise idea to let Darkseer through that pool and then not proceed to pick him up for yourselves. Leshrac, Queen of Pain, and Venomancer are picked up by the team of Pulse, Darkseer, Chaos Knight, and as to who the third will be, we will simply have to wait and see. On the side of Pulse, it doesn't look like they're going for such a push-heavy strat like they did in the previous game. It feels more standard. We've got our Leshrac, who's just a great ganking hero, good for pushing, good for counter-pushing, great in team fights because of all the AoE damage that he presents. And then we have the Queen of Pain, who, great ganking hero, great mid hero, good push, good counter push, good team fight presence. Fairly similar in the sense of Leshrac in terms of what role she provides. Just a bit more mobility and a bit more damage, I would say. But less, depends. If you get a good stream off, could arguably be more damage than the Leshrac. And then the Venomancer, 50% slow, great counter push, great team fight presence. We have a lot of AoE damage coming out of the team of Pulse. Na'Vi picked themselves up a Shadow Shaman, providing, well, a lot of what the team of Pulse's heroes can provide. We've got push, we've got ways to hold people down. He's a great ganking hero and will work nicely with a lineup from Na'Vi. Thinking of the stuns, I mean, we've got Chaos Knight and his 2 to 4 second Chaos Bolt, and then we have Shadow Shaman with Hexes and Shackles. It's definitely a lot of potential pain. Pulse take out the Tidehunter and they take out the Enigma. Very aware that Tidehunter threw a wrench in their plans in that previous game, allowing Na'Vi to win some teamfights fairly easily. Brewmaster and Gondar to be taken out by the team of Na'Vi. Waiting in on the 5th and final ban to come out of both teams. Who do they not want to fight against? Well, Invoker to be taken out, going for those solo mid heroes. Lanaya has also been taken out, as is Batrider, as we've covered before. Tiny to be removed out by the team of Na'Vi. Who will they wish to pick for that solo mid? We no doubt will have Havors playing in on that Chaos Knight with Light of Heaven on the Darkseer. The chances are we're going to look for a hero. We're going to look for one of two heroes, really. Something that synergizes well in a tri-lane or a jungler of some kind. Darkseer could perform the role of jungling if things turn dire for him. Pulse, who do they want to add to their composition? We've got several potential solo mid heroes, although Queen of Pain will obviously be the one to take up that role of solo mid. But who else do they want to add to this composition? They will want someone to chain with that Leshrac and Venomancer. Chances are they might want an offlane hero as well. They might go a tri-lane with Leshrac, Venomancer, and someone else. We'll simply have to wait and see. Maybe they'll pick up a Rubik, because Na'Vi could quite possibly pick up a Rubik for themselves to put in towards that solo mid lane. And maybe Pulse might just want to deny it and then utilize him in a tri-lane of Leshrac and Venomancer and, of course, Rubik. 1 minute of reserve time remaining means that Captain Mini can take as long as he wants to make this 4th decision, or decision for his 4th hero. But if we want to add more teamfight potential and more AoE damage, Sand King works out nicely as he chains well, and we're going to go with Nikes. Nikes, yes, it's Nikes. Lifestealer to be secured up by the team of Pulse. Here is our hard carry hero. Which means that we could quite possibly not... I mean, he might just be a plain old jungler. Or maybe he'll be in lane with someone else. Maybe they will forge a tri-lane with the use of that Lifestealer. All depends on their 5th pick. Team of Na'Vi, what do they want? Do they want to go with a Rubik? He is available, should be picked up, and they do need a solo mid-hero unless they're planning on putting Dendi on that roster, which is something that they have done several times in the past. How will they wish to proceed? Ticking away into the reserve time, we've got 30 seconds of which remaining, so a good amount of time for Puppy to make his decision. Who would synergize nice? There we have it. Puck to be our solo mid hero to be played by Dendi. We need a hero that can withstand the brute of the Queen of Pain, and we are indeed... there's our offlaner secured up by the team of Pole, so Broodmother will be taking up the offlane, so we will either be seeing a tri-lane of Lifestealer, Venomancer, and Leshrac, or Lifestealer will be in the jungle and Leshrac and Venomancer will be hanging out down the bottom lane. I suspect a tri-lane will happen because they need someone to do that damage, and a Lifestealer is a perfect candidate. But maybe Leshrac and Venomancer with the Edict will be enough damage for them to handle, and they will be happy to just have that dual lane there, and Lifestealer in the jungle to come out and assist whenever necessary. Na'Vi are going to want someone to combine with that tri-lane, or a jungler, as I already mentioned several times in the past, who would work out nicely that's currently left, however. Tidehunter has been taken out, who would be a very nice candidate, needless to say, but... Chen to be taken out, so going with that jungling role. Didn't realize that he had been still in the pool and not been taken out. Fairly obvious pickup by Captain Poppy. Chen is without a doubt legendary. On the Pulse side of the map, on the Radiant side of the field, we see Wagamama to play on that Broodmother. We see Pinoy playing in on that Queen of Pain Fishbone to play on that Venomancer. We need to play on the Leshrac, and Region to play on that Lifesteal. On the side of Na'Vi, on the Radiant side of the field, we see Captain Poppy playing in on that Chen. We see Havors playing up the Chaos Knight. We see Dendi playing in on the Puck. Arsart to play on the Shadow Shaman, and Light of Heaven to play on that Darkseer. GLHF coming out from both sides. Dendi will be solo mid. Light of Heaven will be down towards the bottom lane, and up the top we will see Poppy in the jungle with Havorst alongside Arsart in that top lane. And over on the side of Pulse, we see Wagamama going to take that solo off lane. We're going to see, I think he's just going on a bit of a venture. I would imagine that the Venomancer will be venturing down towards that bottom lane. We'll see Queen of Pain going up against Dendi and solo mid. And down the bottom, Mini alongside Region. Fishbone just checking for that rune, waiting for it to spawn. Hopefully be able to snag it up for himself when it does spawn at that 0-second mark. Up against a Broodmother. Let's see. Arsart, yeah, this worked out fairly nicely, because we could have some creeps with some AoEs to get picked up by Chen, and we also have the shock to come out of Arsart, and the bounty on those spiders are high. They are worth 20 to 30 gold, I believe, as of the 6.755 patch changes. And it's a considerable amount of gold. You don't want to lose those spiderlings, and one shock could wipe out an entire wave of them. Venomancer looks to be going up. Venomancer looking to be going up top alongside a Wagamama, it seems. Not something I exactly would have expected, but with the sentry wards being placed down, it might be necessary. I was going to say that Wagamama can be in far, far deeper than Fishbone could possibly hope to be, but now with the sentry wards there, it might not be the case, and they are indeed going to counter ward. Maybe that is the entire purpose of Fishbone's being here, is just to use up a couple of those sentries, and then he will venture back down towards his bottom lane and assist out with his tri-lane. Or maybe Mini will just be babysitting the entire time, making sure Region get those last hits, pulls whenever he can, and so on and so forth. Dendi going up against Queen of Pain. Dendi is one of the few heroes that can withstand against the harassment to come out of Queen of Pain, can easily use that phase shift to dodge shadow strikes, to dodge right clicks. And looks like Fishbone will be sticking it up alongside Wagamama, continuing to stick along his side around this top lane. Puppy and Light of Heaven jungling. And Region just getting absolute free farm down towards the bottom. Easy peasy for him, he says. Wagamama going on a bit of a venture. Going to see that this lane is indeed being pulled. Might place down another spider web, just sit in it, soak up some of the experience that presents itself, get a couple of last hits whenever possible. They're going to pull their own camp. Pulling central, going down from both sides, it seems. Trying to get down the harassment coming in from Dendi. Whenever that Shadow Strike, actually not even bothering to pick up the Shadow Strike, because he's well aware of the fact that it can be easily dodged because of that phase shift. Havorst and Wagamama getting hit by the Centaur stun, as a matter of fact. Fairly on last hits on both accounts, and now Havorst is being pressured. A few right clicks come down from Wagamama. And he will immediately turn around, and Reality Rift going down there on Fishbone, followed by a 3-second stun. Arsar wanting to join the fray, and there goes the Sata Hellcall coming down from Puppey. Meanwhile, Wagamama getting body blocked up, but they don't have any form. Yes, they do have any form of vision. The sentry is right here, and 2 easy kills secured up by the team of Na'Vi right when the game begins. And from here on out, they could potentially transition this. Maybe not. TPs are rolling in already. Tower will not be taken down, nor will it sustain any damage. Not just yet. Not just yet. Spiderling charges to go down. Bring up that little army just ever so slightly. The spiders will go on a bit of a scouting mission. See that Arsad is moving in. Wagamama has to be cautious. There is a sentry rod board right on his face, which will give the team of Na'Vi all the vision that they need to kill him and kill him dead. Things settling down for the most part, coming out from both sides. Another sentry ward to be placed down. We're doing a bit of counter-warding action, and now Wagamama has the safety of invisibility once again. At least he does for the next couple of moments until another member of Na'Vi places down a ward. Wagamama getting the last hits, 4-2. With Chaos Knight currently 17 for 5, so Wagamama not really getting the last hits, as a matter of fact, even with those Spiderling charges, not getting many under his belt, which is downright unfortunate. But Havorce does have a bit of extra last hits due to the fact that the Spiderling charges, the Spiderlings definitely account for at least 1 or 2, but they do give a considerable amount of gold. Towards this mid, things are looking fine on both accounts. We see Queen of Pain currently sitting at 11 for 5, going straight for a null talisman and nothing else, with Puck also on 12 for 5. Fairly even exchange. Illusionary able to fly out. Dodge fairly easily here by Pinoy. Jumps into the wrong place as the screen goes down. Denny sustains some damage. But the phase shift is available, and there's no way that Pinoy will be able to take him down. Unless Dendy's reaction speed's a trash can, which they aren't, because he's Dendy. Shackles to go down, or Hex to go down rather. Trying to blink away to safety, but just blinks into more death. But they need to get the haste rune, which they do indeed get. And this is the death of the Queen of Pain. 3 for nothing. Looking like Na'Vi could potentially dominate just as the team of Pulse did in that first game. We'll see if I didn't mention best of 3. Pulse won the first, Na'Vi won the second. Venomous Gale to go down, and Havorce is trying to run away as best he can. The Spiderlings are doing some damage to him as well. Spiderling charges to be dealt down, but a 2-second stun will stop Wagamama in his tracks. But the Spiderlings are blocking him alongside the creeps, and Havorce will get taken down. The team of Pulse finally get a bit of vengeance, but it looks like they will pay for it. Fantastic Centaur stun to come down. Fishbone takes a fall immediately. Wagamama, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you're going for, will get away as there are no sentry wards coming down for the team of team of Na'Vi just yet. Currently on their way. Right click's being dealt down whenever possible, and the top lane's being pressured as best as possible. TPs are rolling in. Shadow Shaman. Oh wait, it's Havorce. Never mind. Centaur stun to go down once again. I thought that maybe Havorce may have picked up those sentry wards that the Shadow Shaman currently have in his inventory. I mean, his stash. But alas, no such thing happened. It would have been a more intelligent move, to be honest. But, oh well. Bottle crowing action going down. Now Havorce is just sitting very far forward. He wants every single last hit he can get, but he has to be careful. What happened a few moments ago could happen again. Venomous Gale combined with Spiderlings would kill him off very, very rapidly. The fortification goes down for the team of Na'Vi, stopping them from pressuring this tier 1 tower too much. And it will be fine for the most part. Queen of Pain. Dream Coil to go down. This could be a lot of potential death. The silence immediately to follow. Can't blink anywhere, but the silence ends, but he goes straight to the high ground. One more right click does it, and then he picks up an easy kill on the Queen of Pain. You can't blink away from a puck. It's just not that easy. Too much mobility to come out of that hero. More webs to go down. We currently want to cover the entire map in those webs. Get as much invisibility as possible. Moving in on Havorce, trying to do what damage and scare him off as best as possible. Building up that Spiderling army at every single opportunity as well. Double damage being bottled up by Dendy. Plague Wall will spot him out and see where he is going as he ventures into the jungle back towards that middle lane by the looks of it. Taking a quick gander at that gold graph, we see closing in on a 2k advantage for the team of Na'Vi in the experience. Almost the same story, about 750 for the team of Na'Vi once again. Light of Heaven, 26 for 0, with Region sitting on 42 to 13 and a Hand of Midas. So his gold is going to be skyrocketing at a fairly rapid rate. The gold per minute significantly higher, in fact almost 100 extra gold per minute higher than everyone else. Is looking good, is looking strong, is looking great. Arsart keeping his distance, wanting that superior positioning, but the same can be said for Fishbone, also waiting in that superior positioning, putting down some wards to make sure no one gets caught out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Backing off to the safety of their side of the tower, sentry ward to be placed down to make sure we always know where he is, and there are no counter sentries to come out of Fishbone this time, so this sentry ward will remain until they get another sentry ward. Double Iron Shell is definitely causing a bit of problems, but Regen doesn't care all that much. He will simply continue to farm, get those last hits, absorb the damage, not give a single crap because he can lifesteal from the last hits that he gets. War sitting on 45 for 11, having a fairly good time. Queen of Pain backs off. Doesn't want to get himself killed, doesn't want to get himself killed again, I was trying to say. Meanwhile, Tier 1 tower takes a falling, Light of Heaven slowed up, continuing to hold his ground, however. Easy tower secured up by them, the Shrek getting the last hit on there because of that edict. Back towards the top, we see Wagamama just chilling out once again, using the Spiderlings to both scout, deny camps, and get a couple of last hits here and there. Moving in on her Vorse once again, Wagamama dealing a little bit of damage, rather. Double damage secured up by Chen, or being activated rather by Puck, not Chen, idiot. Dandy's smoked up, looking to get a kill. We've got two fairly low heroes moving in. There goes the Illusionary Orb. We'll be able to catch anyone off. We need to get the ulti. We've got the ulti coming in from Pulse. He's going to try and TP out. Will the damage be enough? No, yes it will be, indeed. And successful TP away. Illusionary Orb to fly down. We're going to try and go for a bit of scouting, but alas, we will find no lifestealer, not just yet. Off towards the top lane, Hand of God goes down. Wagamama getting awfully low, and he's looking to be taken down as well. The Venoman's already got taken down, a 4-second stun and a big chunk of damage, and a double kill coming in for Arsart, stealing all those kills from her Vorst. And the score currently sitting at 8 for 1. And this tower is going to get taken down by the team of Na'Vi. Fortification is not available. Wait, it is available, I think. No, it's not available. Never mind. Light of Heaven charging in on the offensive, working his way towards the Hood of Defiance for that extra spell immunity and turn that into a pipe. Mini being pushed back away. It might even be a tier 2 for the team of Na'Vi if Pulse don't roll in to defend. They don't have edicts, but they do have damage. They do have Chen. They do have 4 skeletons to charge in on the offensive. The Iron Shell creep moves in. It gets hasted up. Mini has to run. He has to kill that off, but the Iron Shell goes down anyway. And these creeps will get eliminated fairly rapidly once again by the Iron Shell. TPs are rolling in. The tier 2 is awfully low. Regen jumps in and gets killed almost instantly. Queen of Pain, the next one to join the action. They have to be careful of that ulti. It will do a lot of damage if they get off a nice one, with several members of Na'Vi being awfully low. The Dream Call to come down from Queen of Pain, but Puppy takes a fall. Queen of Pain being caught up alongside Pulse. Queen of Pain breaks it and ends up dying a horrible, horrible death. Mini, the next one, looking to be taking a fall. Dandy cuts him off. Mini is in a really bad situation right now and does try to deny. They do get a successful deny. Queen of Pain will back off and Mini will escape successfully. 2-for-1 trade, 1 support for a very, very hard-hitting lifestealer, or rather hard carry, and then the very mobile Queen of Pain. It's definitely a worthy trade for the team of Na'Vi. 10 for 2, they're looking good. What the Christ are they doing? I'm guessing there was a spider here. And then it was not. Gonna place a sentry ward down, there is no spider to be found. They're really looking for that spider. I think Na'Vi hates spiders. Taking a quick gander at the gold graph, we can see a 4K advantage secured by the team of Na'Vi, and a 4K advantage secured by the team of Na'Vi in the experience department. Even exchange of affairs, at least for the team of Na'Vi, not so much for the team of Pulse, who are currently beginning to lag behind just ever so slightly. Tier 1 tower now currently being pressured. Someone's being sent back to base. Oh, that was smart. Refill that bottle up, jump straight back into the action.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pushing in on the tier 1 here, there is very little that Wagamama can do. The fortification goes down, but it will only delay the inevitable. Mini charges in, gets off a nice edict, catches off her Vorse. Dendy attempts to dodge the spiling charge, but is not successful. But there goes the ulti coming from Dendy. The Venomancer instantly melts. The water been popped off here by Rasa. Wagamama trying to back off. Mini getting off the Pulse Nova, but is getting right click down at the same time. Will get taken down. Wagamama silence up, trying to take him down as best as possible. Queen of Pain blinks away. Hand of God to go down, bringing everyone back to where they need to be. The tower also gets taken down by Puck. And the other members of Pulse have backed off. If we can get off a good ulti when it comes off cooldown, we might be able to take down Arsart, but it will be a risky endeavor. We will have to wait 20 seconds. Fortification is available for the team of Pulse. No, it is not. I keep not clicking on the tower because I'm silly. And this tower is going to fall at a very, very rapid rate, especially with no reinforcements rolling in. Fishbone is going to move in and try and do what he can do, but what he can do is not all that much, unfortunately, to say. One sentry ward, one ward will not do much. Then he jumps straight back into the action because that is an awesome, awesome little trick with Chen and Puck. Of course, if you haven't noticed this, just haven't realized this rather, illusionary orb, Puck can jump straight to where the illusionary orb is, which is that little ball thing that flies out and just kills things or does some damage. He can get sent back to the fountain by Chen and then jump straight back into the action. Of course, the purpose of this, a little bit of regen, but more to the point, the bottle being filled up. Very easy way of refilling the bottle in a team fight, bringing Puck and maybe even other heroes back to where they need to be, because you can share that bottle around. Dendi checking on Roshan. Just sort of sitting out here. Team of Na'Vi, maybe they're going to attempt it, maybe not. Doing so while the team of Pulse are online is going to be a bit of a risk. Top tower sustaining a bit of damage, the Spiderling army charges forward. And this tower was looking like it will get taken down, but the fortification is available for the team of Na'Vi. They might go for a bit of a trade, quite possibly. A Vorse charges in, gets hit by the Venomous Gale, and slowed down here by Region's ability, which I've forgotten the name of. Hasted up, he's trying to charge in. Queen of Pain blinks away before the sun can go down, but we get the ulti coming in on Fishbone. Fishbone's looking to be very dead, but the ulti coming from Queen of Pain does a big chunk of damage. Also getting low, 2-second stun, and the shackles to come down on Regen. Chen sending Puck straight back to base, or sending someone back to base. Puck actually taking a falling here. Arsat's the next target on the offensive. Will Wagamama be able to take him down? We have Pinoy to join the fray as well. Hasted up. Should be able to get away. The vacuum to go down. A little bit misplaced. I assume he was trying to get him up there. Barely missing the split earth going down right there. Rasta takes a fall. Team of Na'Vi looking to get a bit of vengeance. Pinoy turns around, gets reality rifted, and dies to the might of the Chaos Knight. Light of Heaven currently running as best as he can. He has a haste. He can do whatever the hell he wants. The ward's being free farmed up by the team of Pulse. And I would say Pulse came out ahead in that little engagement. They might be able to turn this around, quite possibly. If we take a quick gander at the gold, it's tipped back slightly towards where Pulse is, but it's still an advantage for the team of Na'Vi. Experience, the same story is told on both sides. Still an advantage for Na'Vi, but it is beginning to dip back just a little bit. Double damage secured up by the Venomancer. And denied from other heroes, of course. Plague Wards are trying to defend this as best as possible. The Siege Creep is going to cause some damage, however. We need to take that down at a fairly rapid rate, and reinforcements are rolling in for the team of Pulse. They want to hold this tier 1 tower as long as they possibly can. Dead. Wagamama lurking it out inside the web. Tier 1 tower is very dead, as we can see right here. And Team of Pulse pushing in towards this middle lane once again. Light of Heaven, the sole defender alongside Arsat. Pops off that Iron Shell, and the Shock should be able to wipe down this creep wave at a fairly rapid rate. Chen wants to join the fray. The Ursu Warrior wants to join the fray. Vacuum down. We're brought into the high ground, but he blinks away to safety. Any thinking of getting off that? Oh, it doesn't have Lightning Storm. Forgot that. 92 last hits coming on the Life Stealer. 81 coming in for her Vorst. Ursa charges in on the offensive. Can he get a clap off? No, the answer to that is no, but we do get a vacuum. Blink to silence the illusionary orb to the death of the Venomancer, but Mini's charging in. Arsat trying to back off as best he can. Mini's trying to get in. Will he be able to do it? Blinks in. A lot of damage sustained to Arsat, but he gets the chicken off. Shackles to follow it up. Skyline, Pinoy is very dead, but so is Wagamama, also taking a fall. The hand is about to go down. Na'Vi looking fine. Everyone online. 3 members dead. 4 members dead. The sole survivor being that of Regen. An ultra kill secured up by Puck. Will Dendi make it a rampage? Regen running as best he can to get shackled. He gets ward trapped, and this will be the death of Regen, and it will not be a rampage because Shadow Shaman's a bastard. But we can see Dendi trying to get that last kill with the illusionary orb, but alas, no rampage secured up by Dendi today. But an entire team wipe by Na'Vi, and they are destroying the team of Pulse as hard as Pulse were destroying the team of Na'Vi at the beginning of game number 1, or throughout the entire duration of game number 1. This is looking to be GG quite potentially, while of course Pulse can bring it back. With Darkseer being on the team, that's quite questionable as a matter of fact, because no matter how strong Pulse gets, Na'Vi actually gets stronger. And this is one of the many reasons the Darkseer is first ban, first pick. Vacuuming in, silence to follow it up. Mini's looking very dead indeed. The Venomous Gale goes down. The death of the Lashrak comes down as well. Skane Pinoy charging in on the offensive, decides to back off. Several members being sent back to the safety of their base. Or no one being sent back to the safety of their base. Disregard that. Dagon for the Queen of Pain. I think they may have given up. Unholy Armlet to be secured up here by the Lifesteal. We can see Broodmother not sitting on all that much. It's 500 in the bank and a couple of not so great items. Looking over at Fishbone, nothing particularly wonderful on him either. And Dagon on the Queen of Pain, which I really wouldn't have expected. On the side of Na'Vi, we see Chen working his way towards a mechanism. We see good old Chaos Knight looking to be going straight for quite possibly a heart. Doubt he'll get a Vanguard. He'll get the Vitality booster just for a bit of extra. Actually, he might going for a heart. That's what I'm trying to say. Blink Dagger, as well as a Sheep Stick to be worked towards. Nice ulti, nice vacuum, nice damage to be sustained by the team of Na'Vi. Immediately, Venoman to take the fall. The ulti to fly through by Pinoy does a lot of damage. Arsar takes a falling. They're trying to salvage something from this situation. Region is right-clicking everyone down. Light of Heaven will be the next to fall. Dendy blinks away to safety, and 2 members for the price of 1 going currently in for Pulse, and Dendy will be able to TP before the damage is enough. Pulse salvaged something from the situation, but considering the lead that Na'Vi have, I'm certain it's not going to be enough in the end. See Darkseer sitting on that pipe, going to absorb a nice chunk of the spell damage to come out of the team of Pulse. Scream, or the Edict, or the Pulse Nova, and so on and so forth. And then Rasta just sitting on some arcane booties. Wagamama trying to TP out, will successfully be able to do so. Fantastic juking spot right here, as a matter of fact. Very nicely done. Didn't go up here, but just sat right on the edge there. A little bit of farming action, same can be said for Puppy. Gets himself another Seder Hellcaller. But Pulse are pushing on this tower. The fortification goes down. The Edict will be completely nullified. Now the TPs are rolling in. They continue to stand their ground. They really want to get that kill. He jumps straight into a Lashrak stun. But the Lifestealer instantly pops, and now Mini is the next target on the field. Light of Heaven charging in, trying to TP out. Nice high ground positioning. He needs to get the vacuum down and will not land. Vacuum currently on cooldown, so disregard that. But the tower gets denied. No gold for the team of Pulse, and they lose a Lifestealer for it. And they're going to transition this into a Roshan. Take an Aegis of the Immortal to be placed right into the hands of a Vorst, who has a Basher going along his way. And what else? What else was that? I saw a recipe there. Damn it, where is a Vorst? Probably someone else. Yeah, it's a mechanism for Puppy. And Roshan will fall at a fairly rapid rate. And the team of Pulse seem completely oblivious to this, but even if they had an idea, they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. In fact, they might have actually seen them walking down there, which would have been a fairly obvious sign. Pinoy going a bit of a scouting mission. Roshan has fallen. Chaos Knight securing up the Aegis of the Immortal for the team of Na'Vi, and as he charges in on the offensive, Pinoy backs off, as does the rest of Pulse. They don't want to get themselves caught out. Wards to be placed down to give a bit of vision as we see Havorse galloping through the forest of the Radiant side of the jungle. And backs off with the rest of his group. Gonna group up and try and push down this middle lane, or push down whichever lane we can. Maybe get ourselves a couple of kills while we're at it. We'll wait and see how it all unfolds. Dendy, Ghost Scepter in hand. More abilities to, more ways in which to dodge those right clicks. And fail to speak proper English, yes indeed. Wagamama hiding up in the trees once again. Nice little positioning coming in from him. Also sitting in the invis. Havorse, of course, has that gem, so who has the gem? Darkseer has the gem. Illusionary able to fly out. They're looking to push this top lane. What can Wagamama do from this position? Doesn't have a TP scroll, which is, needless to say, a little bit problematic. Could find himself caught out, and it would be very bad for him indeed. Getting those spiraling charges up. Are they going to back? What the hell was that? Oh, it's the amulet animation. I've never seen it before. That looks pretty cool. Puppy charging in on the offensive, venturing down towards this middle lane region, currently seeking the ancient camp. Light of Heaven currently sitting in the middle lane and pushing it down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom tower, however, is sustaining some damage from Pulse. Fortification is not available. The Edict is about to start burning through this, but it isn't even necessary. The tower takes a fall. It is going to come into an exchange, however. They're pressuring this tier 3, but they can TP back to their base. Pinoy is electing to continue to push in on this tier 3, take up some of the tower hits as well while he's at it. Meanwhile, back towards this middle lane, the walls have been popped down, the tower damage has been sustained. Fortification is available and does get popped off by the team of Pulse. TPs roll in, they're trying to do what they can. Nice split earth to come down. Wagamama is going to get off the spiraling charge, but the Phantasm and the ulti and the 2-second stun and the mechanism goes down. Wagamama's in a lot of trouble. The ulti try and wipe out these illusions as fast as possible. Hand of God to fly down. Region takes a fall. Every single member of Na'Vi is 100% fine. The tower takes a fall. Nice, fantastic ulti to come down from Puck. 3-second stun to land down on Pinoy. Fishbone can go nowhere except to the grave, which is where he will indeed fall. However, Havorse will pay for it, but he has the Aegis of the Immortal. The wall goes down once again, replicating those units. Probably trying to right-click down Pinoy, and Pinoy will take a fall. Denny taking the final kill right there. Mini has been forced to back off, and the sole survivor is now dead. And this is undoubtedly GG. They can just kill the tower. They're going to be offline for the next 30 seconds or so. Na'Vi, they can just kill this tower dead. Kill the Ancient and so on and so forth. Mechanism go down, bringing the entire creep wave back where it needs to be. Moonwell's going to be taken down at a fairly rapid rate, and it looks like they're going to go for a guaranteed kill. We're going to rotate down to the bottom tower, attempt to backdoor it down.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Which they will successfully be able to do.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tower takes a fall, the barracks will fall next, and there is little that Pulse can do about it. Not at this moment, but they are beginning to return to the fray. Havorse currently getting targeted up. Reality Rift stuns coming in on Fishbone. Fishbone takes a fall. Havorse is still standing, but Region is standing toe-to-toe with him. The split earth to go down. The Pulse Nova and the Eater going to melt through him, and Light of Heaven now forced to back off. Wagamama going to be able to get the final kill down on him. Pinoy wants to join the fray as well. The gem has been dropped on the ground. The buybacks have been had. Dendi trying to escape will be able to successfully do so. Pulse turn this around ever so slightly, but it cost them a tier 3 tower and a barracks, and of course a tier 3. Then he's trying to do what he can. He actually managed to take down Mini. A nice little dodge coming down right there. Will he be able to TP away successfully? The answer to that question is, of course, yes. Queen of Pain is going for an Aghanims. Get those more screens. I don't know why she has a Dagon. I have not a single clue. It's a lot of mana for not very much at all. Bit of extra burst damage, that's about it. There are other items which are, needless to say, better. Pushing out this middle lane, pushing out this bottom lane, or this bottom lane being pushed out, but the top lane being pushed out. Every lane is being pushed by someone or something on one team or another. Lothar's on the roster, which is not what I would have expected, but why not? It can work. Blink Dagger is preferable, but Lothar's is pretty fun as well. Region alongside Pinoy, just sticking around each other. Wagamama is pushing out this top lane, but it will get cleared out fairly rapidly here by Havorse. Looks like they might want to possibly get a gank on them. But for the time being, we'll just do a bit of farming. The Spiderlings will go on a bit of a scouting mission, however. Make sure that no potential death is rolling in. Not just yet. Down towards bottom, Arsart trying to back off as best as he can. He'll be fine. There's Lothar's anyway. And we don't have any form of detection. Oh wait, we have a gem on Venomads, so yeah, Lothar's ain't gonna help him. But the rest of his team will. Arsart charging in on the offensive. Pinoy shackled up. And he is so incredibly dead. Light of Heaven charges in on the offensive. Vacuums up Mini alongside Fishbone. He's just saying right next to him, going, "Hi guys, you wanna play?" The answer is no. They back off, and so does the Light of Heaven, realizing that he doesn't want to commit a felony. But Havorse charges in. He is into felonies indeed. 3-second stun to land down on Fishbone. The right clicks will go down. Penance lands. The gem is on the ground, and it will get picked up here by... No, it will be destroyed. Shut up, Jen. And then we move in on the melee barracks towards this bottom lane. It will get taken down at a fairly rapid rate. Then he's trying to harass them in the tower. Blinks out immediately before the tower can do any damage to him. Or the fountain can do any damage to him. And this will be G to the GG for the team of Pulse. There is very little that they can do.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
I was wondering where they are. It seems they're pushing other lanes. Somewhat oblivious to the fact that their base is getting destroyed. Fortification currently not available for the team of Pulse, and they're looking dead. Can they get home fast enough in order to save the day? Mech charge to go down. TPs are being had. Wagamama has been caught out, and Region, the Fishbone, the next one to be caught out. And now Region's the next target on the field. Poppy getting bursted down. Hand of God goes down. The ulti will fly down from the Queen of Pain. Chen takes a fall. He buys back into the action. Region shackled up right here. Silencer to follow it up, and now we're moving in on Pinoy. Will the damage be enough? Dendi picking himself up a triple kill. The damage will not be enough as he blinks straight back into the fountain. The Ancient is almost bare. Just one tower sitting by to defend it. Puppy slowly walking his way back into the action as he sits up towards his middle lane. Hand of God He must have just bought that Aghanim. They're like, how is that on cooldown? How is the cooldown that long, rather? But Aghanim's after he casted it, which is downright unfortunate. Successful defense thus far coming in from Pulse. It looks like they've backed the Marauders off for the time being, but Na'Vi just willing to group up, sit back, lick their wounds, and then they'll be returning into the action to start getting some kills. Also, we saw that Puck now has a Dagon. Because, hey, when you're this far ahead, why not? Use it to kill steal. Make sure that this time Puck will get the Rampage instead of failing to get it, as we saw a little while ago. Blinking in, we got the silence coming in on Fishbone, but Denny will blink away to safety, or rather just walk his way to safety. Big group of Na'Vi's heroes around here. They're just spiders. They really don't like those spiders. But then again, they are pulling the creep wave away, trying to delay things as much as they possibly can and allow Pulse to prepare themselves. Please, not my buddy, says Wagamama. Creep wave getting rapidly eliminated here on Na'Vi's front. But they have to defend on two different fronts. They can't all group up at this top tower for too long, or else they will pay for it in the form of this middle tower right here, taking a considerable amount of damage. Vorse takes a couple of hits from the tower. He doesn't care in the slightest. This army of wards being a bit of a nuisance, however, needless to say. They do want to try and take this down, but the team of Na'Vi are just not quite daring enough to jump straight into the action. Rashawn will be returning to the fray in about 2 minutes. Maybe the team of Na'Vi will want to secure that for themselves, or maybe they just want to end it right here and now. Then he blinks in. The Phantasm being popped off by her Vorse. The right click's being dealt. A lot of right clicks to be dealt. The wall goes down. There goes a vacuum. Mini sucked in. The Dreamclaw is also down right there. Hand of God to fly through. Light of Heaven sustains a bit of damage. Region being forced back off. Wagamama also low. Reality Rift to catch out the Queen of Pain, but she blinks away to safety. Right, you. Coming into the fountain, they don't carry in the slightest. Wagamama being forced back and hexed up. The Queen of Pain ulti does a nice chunk of damage. No, it's actually absorbed mostly by the pipe. Try and do what he can. Arzad getting awfully low. 2 seconds stun to come down. Arzad still not dead. GG well played coming out from both sides. Region shackled up. Will be the next member to fall. Denny getting himself a godlike. And GG well played coming out of both sides. The Hand of God pops down. And this will be the death of the team of Pulse. GG, good luck next. GG well played coming out from both sides. Kill this tower. Ends the game. And that will mark the end of the set. That will mark Na'Vi's progression in this tournament. And Pulse's being taken out. The Ancient is bare. Fortification is available. Doesn't seem like they are going to use it. I think Na'Vi have just left their computers by the looks of it because they're just auto-attacking. I wish they would just end the game. The one problem Star Series is having. But because it's a replay, we can just skip ahead a tiny little bit and then the Ancient falls within the course of a couple of seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Toshley. This has been Starladder 3. Pulse going up against Na'Vi, with Na'Vi taking game number 3 and winning the set. Hope you've enjoyed the game. I'll see you next time.